Yeah, I'm Benny Domino,
I'm Jessica Rose, and
and
this
this
is
is Curious
Curious
Humans.
Humans.
I'm really excited.
I
Thank
am
you
too.
for um, helping to bring this to fruition.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you,
I,
honestly.
well, that's true.
Period.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Curious Humans. What does the name mean to you? Because names are important, right?
Yes, very important.
What
Humans
does
with a
Curious
Z.
Humans mean to you?
To me, Curious Humans means um, curiosity, learning, experimenting, opening up, creating a safe environment for us to discuss things,
Mm,
learn things about each other, about other people.
mm,
Um, honestly, I feel like I already learn a lot from you in life in many different ways. I learn how to speak more intelligently, and I learn how to
what?
be a better person.
You
I really
think?
do. I honestly do. Yes.
No, no.
There's times you've used words around me, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like I learned literally little things from you. What was
Huh.
that word you used? I don't know, but I couldn't even tell you. I've forgotten since then. And I want to create also like different topics that we discuss, things that maybe I'll even learn more if it might be I can't even right now. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering.
It's fine. Are you nervous?
I,
It's
I just
okay if
I
you're a
just
little
got a little
nervous.
nervous. It's okay.
No,
First
it's our
timer.
first episode. It's our first episode.
um I I'm really excited to just discuss different things. Eventually maybe we'll bring people on and talk to them like you were saying. And I'm excited to learn new stuff
Cool.
and see where this goes and how we develop and where I bloom out of this or what I bloom
Huh.
into out of this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
excited and I just feel like already like our energies are just great and
yeah. It's cool.
I'm just really excited.
Aw. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited
I
too.
already know.
I think that um I'm excited too. I like to share perspective when it's necessary, and so I think that this is just another creative outlet for me.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I have a lot of creative outlets, but this is something that I just think that it'll be like you said, fun, informative, lighthearted, just a way for us to bond, to grow, develop, cultivate, and like all of the things. So yes, those are tagline words, I know, but like still, like
Still
that's how I feel.
facts.
Yeah, it is facts. And so, being that this is our first episode, and um, I'm super excited about it. I think that we should, you and I know each other, but like maybe the audience doesn't know like how we met and how we got to this point. So obviously we met through work, and you were already working there, and then I came on, and then we just kind of clicked after a while, and yeah, and
I feel
so
like it was pretty instant.
was
Yeah,
it?
it was definitely instant. I literally bawled my eyes out. Remember? I
No,
was
remember
so
when you
excited.
laid on the floor like that day, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Girl, it's it's borderline manic sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay. It's what it's
I
uh
love it.
what do they call it when you're like well rounded or like yeah, it's probably that.
Diverse,
No,
well rounded.
no,
What's diverse?
no, not the word. We're diverse because
Okay.
we're not the same.
Okay. What do you? Well rounded.
No, that is the word. Like well, like I'm
Oh.
just saying, like you've become a well. We're gonna cut this part out. Anyway, no. So yeah, so I just think I'm obviously being funny. Like she's very intelligent. It's not a yeah, but yeah, that's what I think. I think Curious Humans is going to be a launch pad for a lot of fun, interesting adventures.
Very
I'm all
fun.
about adventures.
Me too.
So
So
um,
excited.
yeah, I'm excited too. Cheers
Cheers.
to episode one.
It's episode one.
Mm,
Mm. Drink
um.
your water.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna interview him.
and then I'm going to interview you.
I love it. So I think that a main question I wanted to ask you first, considering how artistic you are and all of the different outlets that you have to express your art, what inspires your artwork?
Oh, um,
And it can be you can give me an inspiration for each outlet that you have, or collectively everything,
hmm,
because you've been into this, if I understand, way back to when you were young.
hmm, yeah. So, well, I mean, I think artists are, for me. I'm just gonna say for me, art is something that I've always. It just is me. It's a part of. It's a facet of my personality, right? Like I am an artist, so I would always draw on the back of all my homework when I was a kid. I would, get in trouble for that, and I don't know. I've just always been an artist, illustrator. It just comes naturally. I also was really into comic books and still am
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
very into, like, you already know this, but like the Marvels, the Avengers, like that whole thing. So like that kind of was the like the beginning of my, like, what piqued my interest in art and artistry was like, oh, I want to be able to draw these characters that I see, like the Wolverines and the Spider-Mans and the whatever. Like I want to be able to draw them, Batman, Catwoman, whatever. And so I would just try my best to draw them until I would say, relatively decent at drawing them. And then I got into, like, probably around high school, I guess, is when I got into fashion. And so then I got into, drawing. So my illustrations became fashion illustrations. And then I went to school for fashion, and it was a whole thing. I came up with this name, which is Savu, the name of my clothing brand. And so then that just kind of like just became a thing. And so now I have, the brand, and I designed for that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, it just kind of, I don't know. In terms of like what inspires me, everything. Life inspires me. I'm inspired by literally, quite literally everything. Not everything all at once. It's not like I just wake up and I'm just like, oh, I'm so inspired. Like I'm breathing oxygen, right? Like it's
Yeah.
inspired me. But I can find inspiration in almost anything, and I can find the art in almost anything. I can find the art in conversation. I can
Mm-hmm.
find the art in romance, right? Like there's an art and an artistry to almost everything, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's, yeah, a very long winded answer to your
No, that's
question.
okay. It's beautiful. It makes sense. It's passionate. I have a follow up question actually. Where did the name Savu come from?
Everybody asked me that. That honestly, I wish I had a cool answer. It really was just like Gucci, Louis, Savu, Prada, Burberry. It just fit. I was just like,
Yeah, it's easy. It
it
flows.
flows. It's only two syllables. It's a short word. It'll fit on a handbag. I mean, it just fit. I was just like,
And it's pretty. You know what I mean?
it's,
Like it looks
and I've
pretty.
never
It's
heard it
elegant.
before. It's elegant, and yeah, Savu. So that's where it came
I
from.
love it. I
But I've
love
been
it.
rocking with Savu for a long time, since
Mm-hmm.
2005. My senior project in high school, because we had to. Did you guys have that? Because you grew up
I had
out west, right?
a senior dance I had to make up,
Like,
like
did
for a dance
everybody have
class.
that?
If you were in dance,
Oh, okay.
like a senior piece.
Huh. Okay. So yeah. So in my high school, we had everybody had to come up with a senior project, and it could be on whatever topic you wanted, but you had to present it, whatever it was. And so I
Okay.
chose haute couture because that's what I was into, even in high school.
I love it.
Okay. And yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so yeah, I had, and then my best friend, she modeled. I remember I made her this. I had this beautiful jacquard fabric, and I had made this. It was a mess when I made it. Realistically, like looking back, it was a mess. But at
That's
the
your first
time,
time.
well, it wasn't my first time ever, but it was like, but I mean, she rocked it out though. I got an A. I
That's all that
passed.
matters.
Yeah,
A
like,
for
right,
effort,
like, yeah.
right?
So I yeah, that was my senior project. So I've been into um designing for a really long time, and so yeah, that's where, so Savu, just it just was a thing. Before I had the word, I was designing. So yeah, it was a thing.
That's so awesome. I
Are
love that.
you? Do you like? Are you into like any like? Do you draw or do anything like artistic in terms of like with your hands?
I I'm an artist when it comes
I mean, I know
to
you can sing.
that. I was gonna say I love to sing, but when it comes to like my hands, I think that I wouldn't. I honestly don't know. I've never. I I can paint something. Like if you give me a statue, I could paint it and make it look really pretty.
Oh, for real?
Like I'm good at like coloring things in, but I don't believe that I'm a good artist. I've never tried though. Like
Illustrator, yeah.
Illustrator, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think my artist side, like it comes from singing, and I was really into dancing, but I never got like pro, you know. um, that's just how I express myself.
So, were you into like? Are you into like interpretive dance? Like, are you interpreting the music through dance, or are you just, or is it more like what do they call it? Is it class? How do
Dance
you say it when it's
classes,
like, no?
choreographed.
Yeah, I'm a terrible dancer, by the way. But like, are you? What I mean is like, is it called traditional dancing, or like if you're doing like the foxtrot or like a dance that like what is that called? Is that like classical dancing?
Foxtrot. I'm not sure what dance that is. I know the word.
Yeah, yeah. It's an old.
There's like jazz, like quite literally jazz dancing. There's contemporary. There's tap. There's ballet. There's hip hop. I was actually on the hip hop team in high school when I went to one. So yeah, it was really rad. It just depends, like what you're feeling. Like nowadays, if I was to get into dancing, it would probably be a little more like contemporary flow.
What does contemporary mean in the world of dance?
Contemporary in the word of dance, I don't remember the exact definition, so please don't grill me. However, to me, when I feel it now, contemporary is feeling the music. It's like, what did you say a few minutes ago?
Interpretive dance.
Yeah, maybe that's more what I'm thinking of. But to me, contemporary is just more emotional. But again, I could be wrong. I don't remember. You had to like learn these definitions in school, like when you took dance class. Like, what is jazz? What is contemporary? What is ballet? Like discipline. But when it comes to singing, I think that's the mostly where I express my art. Yeah, or my passion. I just really enjoy it. I don't know if cleaning is an art, but I'm really girl.
Cleaning? I mean, there is an art to cleaning.
I can fold towels.
Well, wait, can you fold fitted sheets?
Absolutely.
I cannot fold a fitted sheet.
They say that only witches can fold fitted sheets.
Well, there you go. I'm not a witch, but I can't fold a fitted sheet to save my life, and I'm a little embarrassed by that because I'm grown and I feel like I should be able to.
It is not easy.
I just don't do like. Who cares? Like, just ball it up and put it in the. I mean, not ball it up. Like I fold it a little bit, like a little bit.
Yes, it's all wrinkly. And then
you're just gonna sleep on it.
Then you have more space in your closet if you fold it up right. Whatever. Like you could fold it into this, right, instead of this.
This you cannot fold a fitted
Get me a sheet right now.
No, that's too little. You cannot. That's smaller than your phone. If you can fold a fit, let me know down in the comments. If you can fold a fitted sheet, how small can you fold a fitted sheet? Can you Can you fold a fitted sheet down to the size of an iPhone, like an iPhone 13?
Maybe not this skinny. It'll be like 3 or 4 iPhones stacked, but it's still small. Like I'm like looking for something.
That's cool.
That's so funny. Cool. I have more questions for you. Okay, let's do this one because it seems really fun. What would your ultimate no cap vacation be?
No cap?
No cap. Just if you could do
like no limit?
No limit. Yeah. What is no cap, right? No.
Yeah, like no limit, like no ceiling. Yeah. Like there's no like money's not an object.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen for you if you could do anything as far as vacation.
So this is so I can answer this 2 ways.
Let's hear it.
First, I need to preface and say I hate flying. I'm just one of those people. I know that somebody's out there. We're a community. I just hate flying. I don't like it. And so I probably need to be medicated for most flights that I'm on.
Pause. When you say community, you mean there's a community of people that don't like it?
That's exactly what I mean.
It's a whole thing.
There's a whole community of people. We have meetings. Yeah.
All right, continue.
I hate flying. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. And it didn't used to bother me. I didn't really think about it, but then I had a flight. Everybody has a flight, and it's like a really bad flight, and it's like, oh no. And I just feel like we're not supposed to be up there. I don't fucking have. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss, but I don't have wings. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm not a fan of flying. But that being said, I also don't want to limit myself in terms of like the world. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like have this perspective of like, oh, I'm just here in this one little region and I can't really you know, expand my understanding of the planet because I'm afraid to get on an airplane. Also, air travel is super safe. Just last night watched a like a I don't want to call it a documentary. I guess it was more like a I don't know, just a video on YouTube about turbulence. It just happened to pop up because we're taking a trip. Walt and I are going to the Bahamas in April, and so I was like, okay,
What?
obviously I have to fly to the freaking airport, in Florida, and then get on the boat, and then like the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, I have to fly, and I've never flown from here to Florida, so yeah, I'm like, oh no.
I'm excited for you guys. Though.
Anyway, this is turning into something else. My dream vacation or ultimate vacation, um, I've always wanted to go. This is gonna sound like cliche, but I've always wanted to go to Spain.
That's not cliche.
Well, I have family there right now actually, and they live there. Well, do they? I guess they live there. I I don't know if she lives here and there or if she's a citizen of both, but I know she lives there now. Um, but yeah, she's like ever since she's gone, she's like, oh, you should. She met her husband there, right? Like
That's
it's
romantic.
yeah. It's I don't know. I always want to go to Spain. So that would be
cool.
like some part of Spain, but also Italy sound like more like you know what I mean? Like Nice, Italy.
It's Italy.
Yes.
It's in the name.
Yes. The Amalfi Coast, I think is in Italy. Oh, if that's not in Italy, this is not going to go well. But I think it is.
You know what? We have good intentions.
I think it's in Italy.
Well,
anyway.
If you can't fly there, can you take a boat? Because if you're afraid.
To Italy?
You can't?
I don't know. Look, we're laughing, but like
the ocean go around.
It does.
I mean, it might take longer. You might need to take off 6 months, but
what? Honestly, we're laughing, but I honestly have no idea. I don't think you can just get on a boat and just set sail to Italy like
a ship.
Right.
Like Titanic.
Yeah, not a good example. Yeah, let's not talk about boats going down right before my cruise. But no, I mean, I guess you can. I don't think you can take a boat.
Not to Italy. It has to work. So.
I mean, but if you think about it, when they import material, sometimes it comes in by ship. But I don't know if it's coming. I don't think they're like shipping material from the United States to Italy on a boat. But maybe they. I don't know.
Well, how does it get here?
I don't know. Let us know down. Does anybody know how like the answer to this question?
Well, first of all, if we're leaving, okay, we're in Arizona. Say like we go to California to leave on our boat because ocean. Can we get to Italy from the ocean?
I think. See, but I don't think it's a matter of like can you, because ultimately you probably could, but I think it's like realistically probably not. Also, I think Italy would be the other. I think we'd have to leave from.
Yeah, but then you'd have to fly unless you're gonna.
Well, what I'm saying is we'd have to leave from the other side of the country. Oh, you're saying that I'd have to fly to the airport to get on the boat on the other side. Yeah.
But like, yeah, we could just drive up to Cali.
Right, but like if you went the other way, like from the Pacific, that would not. You would. I mean, that would take. I don't know.
Like I said, it takes 6 months off.
I don't know.
Boats travel time.
Ships across the ocean were not historically great to my people. Okay, so I don't. That's also not a thing. I'm covering up the mic. We watch this in playback. You can't hear shit.
Mine's like right here. So my ultimate vacation. I really, I don't know even where it could be, but I want to say like Bali or something. I want something tropical and like waterfalls and rainforests and monkeys and like
monkeys.
I want to meet a monkey.
Like Indonesia, like the monkeys that run around. Wait,
Or
is that?
like
I need to
a
look at a
nice
map.
monkey though,
I
not a
need to
mean
look at a
monkey.
map.
I don't want him to hurt me. I just want him to come like chill on me, like love me.
No.
Like from that show, he has the monkey.
Curious George?
No.
What?
Can I say shows on here?
I guess.
Yeah,
I just.
Friends.
Oh,
He
I was
has
like,
the
I just
monkey.
said Curious George.
Well,
That's a show.
I don't know if you're allowed to like talk about it without like. Anyways, I would love
Friends,
just to,
Ross.
yeah,
What
chill
was the
with a
monkey's
monkey.
name? Matthew.
No.
No. Zebo.
No, it was
No.
Marcel.
Marcel. Zebo.
Matthew.
Matthew the monkey. That's so funny.
Oh, no pun intended, Matt. Jeez.
Either Matt.
Or my Matt, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I meant our Matt. That's
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I think somewhere like
so
that.
Like
Asianic. Yeah, I was thinking Thailand or something.
Vibes, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I love that like tropical.
They have good food, I hear.
Yeah, that too. Like I love food, foodies.
My best friend actually just went to. I want to say, Bali. I think she got engaged in Bali. I have to check with her. I don't know if it was Bali. I think it was Bali.
Oh, that sounds weird.
Last year.
Well, congrats to her.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, they're married now, but yeah, she would. If it wasn't last year, then it was the year before. I can't.
You left and went to her wedding, right?
Not her wedding. I just went to go visit her.
Okay.
In Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is.
You'll have to show me some photos or something.
Listen, it was nice. Okay, it was nice.
Are we not allowed to curse?
We can curse. Okay. We're adults.
Sometimes they just slip out. I know it's not as attractive.
Yeah.
To the people.
You're making me like ugly laugh. That's so funny.
I love the real ugly laugh. My laughs are ugly. Just wait.
They are. I do have a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about where we as a society seem to be going with the whole like artificial intelligence thing and like what that is going to look like for perhaps our kids? Well, I don't have kids, but perhaps like our kids or grandkids one day, nieces, nephews. Like the world is really changing and it's changing really fast. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel, I have to be honest, there's no going back. No. So I have to, in my head, be accepting. So I am, in a way, excited for it because we're developing. However, there's other things that make me hesitant on that. And I mean all of this respectfully, but, like sustainability with like people being able to work now. People who might, for instance, like think about it, like even my career, like I'm not going to mention anything, but if AI is going to be, robots one day walking around or, flipping burgers or bagging your groceries or, now you can go to Circle K and just sit your stuff down and it scans it for you. You know what I mean?
But that's like convenient.
Convenient, but it's still, maybe it's not AI, but it's still like, what's the clerk for? Right? Maybe they change it. You can't get out unless you scan the tape or something.
So you're thinking about like the impact on like humans.
Humans, yeah, definitely. I think
like job security.
Yeah, and I think it's going to make people realize that they need to learn trades more. That AI can't replace or replicate. Exactly.
Yeah. I honestly think that the trucking industry is gonna. I mean, if they have self-driving cars, I mean, it's not that big of a stretch to assume that, like, well, why? I mean, why would I pay a human being to sit in this vehicle that I can just program to go this route and get here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I do also think that there's nuance to everything. And human beings, the maybe not every human being, but our brains can compute, I mean, massively more information than any computer that we can build. Right? Like our brains are like we're simultaneously taking in all sorts of information in milliseconds. Maybe not milliseconds. but seconds.
But it sounded right.
But yep. Mm-hmm.
I think it was right actually. So.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's nuance to it. But yeah, I do. I That's an interesting perspective. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, like eventually, there are going to be jobs that are no longer like if you walk into like a McDonald's now, you don't even order
With
with
the
a
clerk
person.
anymore, I know.
Yeah, you just order on the machine.
The kiosk.
And that's interesting for like baby boomers or like our parents because they didn't grow up with this technology.
Mm-mm.
We didn't technically either because we were the first generation to like I wasn't like 2 with the iPad.
No.
But we were young enough that when it was introduced to us, we were able to assimilate, right? And like our parents were like, for them, it's like, what is this? Like, it's
Like
so like now there's a generation of kids that are going to be growing up where it's like out the door they got iPhones. They have like technology is just a part of their learning, right? Like even in school.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I used to have to take a typing class in school.
Yeah, with the little cover on it so you couldn't see.
So you couldn't see the letters.
Floppy
and you had
disks,
exactly.
Like,
floppy disks. You just spoke an ancient language. Nobody knows what a floppy disk.
Like it's a USB-C chip or whatever.
I forgot about floppy disks. Yeah. Yes, they were huge, by the way.
Right? It's like a big square.
Yeah.
Like a record. No.
You mean a CD?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it was like
square.
Yeah. Well.
You could get colors. Like put your pictures on your floppy disk.
But see, we were probably like a little bit too young for a floppy disk.
Not me.
No.
Oh.
What I mean is like, wait, you didn't use them in high school?
Grade school.
That's what I mean. So like by the time we got to high school, the technology had tweaked a little bit, and so we weren't using that.
It was the drives.
The USB. Yeah. Floppy disk was kind of like 90s.
1990.
Yeah.
Maybe 80s. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Maybe
I was there.
No, I was not.
Oh.
And we're back.
I've got a good question for him.
You do?
Are we supposed to say Curious Humans again?
No.
And we're back? Okay.
No, I was just being... I mean, you can. You can say, it's your show. You can say whatever you want.
That's right. It's our show.
Our show.
So I have a really good question for you.
Yeah.
And it's mostly for my own entertainment. What is one word you cannot stand?
You know what?
And tell me why. Tell the crowd, why can you not stand your word?
I feel like people who really know me know that I hate this word. And I'm only going to say it once.
Really listen.
I really hate this word.
Speak to your mic, please. Mike, speak in the mic.
Moist. I do not like that word. I don't know why we use it. It does not describe anything well. Nothing is ever good that is that word. Well, that's not true. Let me back up.
Yeah.
Some things are good that are that word, but I just feel like there's a better word. Like, just don't use that word. Say other words. Like, I just don't like that word. It's just a gross word. I don't know. It's a thing. If you don't like that word, let me know down in the comments. And let me know why. Because I don't feel like there's a community of us.
There really is.
We exist.
You know how many people hate that word?
I hate that word.
I know hate's ugly, but it's okay to have passionate dislikes or something. Like,
it's not a good word. And the why is just, I don't like the way I feel when I hear it. It's like
cringe.
For some reason, it just reminds me of like, you know what other word I don't like? I can say it though, but I like soggy.
I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Soggy.
Mm-mm. I don't like it. And I don't like things that are soggy. Okay? Like when, okay, so let me tell you this quick story about the word soggy. So my cousin, when he eats cereal, right, he would pour cereal into a bowl, pour milk into it, and then let it sit on the counter to make it get soft. And then go back like within like 5-10 minutes and then eat it. So he would purposely let the cereal get soggy and then eat it soggy. Whereas me, I just like, I have to eat it as soon. Like I can eat cereal, right? Not so much anymore with cow's milk, but it has to be crunchy. I don't want soggy. I just do not understand that. And he was just like, no, I know a lot of people that eat it like that. I just don't like things that are too soft in general. Like that's why I don't eat soup. I don't like things in general floating in liquid. It's not. I'm not a fan. Like I'm just not a fan. I can do ice and like ice and liquid. That's okay. I can do cereal and milk, and that's about where I draw the line. I don't want soup. I can eat miso
I
soup.
want soup.
I can eat miso soup,
Mhm.
and I can eat tomato soup. Because in general, there's not really any. There's like a little floating. In general, there's not really things floating in those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I can handle like
What about
with
like
miso soup with like some of the seasoning and
seaweed?
stuff like that, or the seaweed or whatever. But it has to be very minimal. Like I have to be almost able to drink it, like
Yeah.
broth. You
No,
know?
I feel you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are not the same. In
No,
that.
we are not.
I don't like soggy cereal. I think that's disgusting. And all I could think about was why didn't he just blend it and make like a shake?
Well, this was like he
That's
grew up in the
right.
'90s. Like we probably, nobody was blending cereal in the '90s in the hood. Like this was not. No, it wasn't.
Like
No, no, no,
if
no.
you
no.
wanted to be like mushed, or
Mm-mm.
just like use a potato smasher.
He's not like listening to Tupac and like blending his cereal. Like it wasn't happening like
Tupac
that.
on in the back.
He loves Tupac.
I love Tupac. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask me questions. I don't know.
No, I wasn't going to.
Okay, because
But yeah. Anyway, no. Anyway, so that's how I feel about the word moist. I said it again. And soggy and things that are there. I also don't like cooked fruit in general.
Cooked fruit?
So like I'll eat an apple pie.
Oh, pie, duh.
I'll eat, but rarely. Like if I eat it, it's like,
Like my mom made this.
I'm not really going for it. Yeah, I'm not really going for it.
But know that just this corner is gonna get eaten. No disrespect. But
do you like?
I love cooked fruit and vegetables. I
prefer raw. I prefer raw veggies.
Oh, I love raw veggies.
Yeah.
Raw fruit, but
raw. I'll even like kale. To me, is the best when it's like when you just put like a little bit of oil. Shout out to my cousin in Spain, by the way. This recipe that I'm about to give you, she's the one that gave it to me.
Okay.
But you just put a little bit of oil, massage the kale, put a little bit of salt, and then just let it sit for a little bit, and then it gets like almost to the consistency of like a romaine lettuce.
Ooh, okay.
Which is crunchy but like soft. I think it's the oil and the massage, like the process of like massaging the. Kale is like tough.
Yeah.
But when you massage it, it becomes you can just eat it. Like, I mean, I'm not the first person. I'm sure people have known that for a long time, but
still,
yeah,
maybe some. I didn't know, and I love kale.
It's bomb.
You know what I like? Wet the kale with just like some water, rinse it, and then you put like ranch seasoning on it, and then you bake it and make kale chips.
Yeah.
Healthy, right?
Yeah. I would put it in like an air fryer.
That too. See, when I learned this, I didn't have an air fryer. They weren't even like a thing yet, unless you just bake, right? When I learned this, maybe they were.
You know what else is bomb in an air fryer?
Ooh,
Brussels.
oh my gosh.
And I, growing up, hated Brussels sprouts. Yep, I love them now. Woke got me into that.
I don't love the smell, but I love the taste.
Nobody
it's weird,
does.
Right?
That's how I feel about broccoli. Love broccoli. The smell, you could choke a giraffe.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's really bad. It's really bad. But I eat it though.
What is that smell?
Yeah, like what is
Someone
that?
threw broccoli away.
I hate when you're like if you work in like an office environment and people come in like.
I know. I happen to sit by the kitchen at my workplace, and yeah, I get all the smells.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty funky.
And then they blend together, and you're like, "Who is that kimchi? Like, what is that?" Not a great
real, do you
situation.
Like kimchi?
No.
I love kimchi.
Soft vegetables.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
I don't necessarily enjoy the smell of it. It's very aggressive.
Nobody does. But I heard it's good for your like intestines. I don't know.
I never looked into it.
Neither have I. Neither have I. So yeah.
Okay, well, cool. That was my that was my funny question. Okay. So what do you want people to know about you but never opened up about?
Oh, that's interesting. So, I mean, you can literally Google Benny Domino. So I've been kind of in the realm of public for a little bit. I'm not like some crazy super celebrity, obviously, but I have a presence on the internet. 100%. And so there are things that I've shared up to this point that I never thought that I would share, but I don't know that I have. I mean, there's definitely things that I'm just not willing to talk about. right? Like openly.
Respectfully,
Only
absolutely.
because, I kind of want to keep that separate from my real life, and not everything is for everybody. Um, what was the question again?
So there's actually two to this, and I'm just gonna say them both so that maybe it'll help you answer. Um, what do you want people to know about you but never opened up about, and what prevents you from sharing that part of yourself daily?
What do I want people to know about me, but that I haven't opened up about?
Yes, maybe.
Um, I what I want people to know about me, but I've never opened up about, is that I think I am a very good singer.
You are. Sorry,
Oh,
and that's I don't have to say that.
I mean, I don't like. I think that I'm like when I'm, but I don't. But I'm a better rapper, in my opinion. I think that I rap
I
with
think
a level of intelligence,
oh
and
yes.
I love words, and like I consider myself a wordsmith, and so I
Mm-hmm.
kind of lean more towards that. Plus, rap is like braggadocious and just more kind of like in your face. But when I really sing, I just think that I'm like I mean,
It's very
of course
soulful.
it's me, and so I'm biased, obviously. I think I'm a good singer. I don't lean into that because I think that for a long time I was, you know, it wasn't cultivated when I was younger, by people outside of me, outside of self. So I'm a little bit self conscious about like when I sing out loud. But yeah, I guess that's one thing that I would want people to know that I haven't necessarily talked about a whole lot. Now that being said, I have two albums, like actual. Well, I have more than two albums, but I have two albums that are on streaming platforms, right? And so I do sing a little bit on both of those albums. But I would like to do something that's more like neo soul, or something like that's more um, like the song that we have, that we're working on, that nobody knows about yet. But like I would like to like lean more into that, like in terms of like, and just like find my voice in that way, because I feel like rap is the reason that I'm on Google. Rap is the reason that I have been in publications, and and have done things over the years, because rap was kind of like the spearhead of Benny Domino. And so now I'd like to like expand a little bit and just kind of see like, what else I can do with my voice. But yeah, that's probably one thing that
No,
I'm
I
like
think
I
that's
don't
great.
normally talk about,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's
Oh, I
that
like
for me.
that. And you are very vocabulary. Wait,
Mm-mm.
that's not it.
No.
You're
Grammatical.
grammatical,
Grammatically
grammatically
correct.
intelligent.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I'll receive
Yeah.
that. I don't. Here's the thing about the words. I don't even think that I'm. Sometimes I like struggle to try to find the right word. Like I try to be as um like knowledgeable as possible about like what I'm talking about in the subject matter. And because I'm a wordsmith and I rap, sometimes I'm always looking for like a synonym or another way to say something, right? Like that's more colorful, or or actually the correct word. Like there was I remember this one time years ago, I was still in high school, and I had this friend, she was in college at the time, and we she came over to my house. I was living with my mom still, obviously, because I was in high school. And we I think we had like cake or something that I was like offering to her. And I was like, "Oh, would you like a confection?" And she bust out laughing. She's like, "What?" And I was like, "What? Did I not use the right word?" She's like, "No, it's the right. It's literally technically the right word, but like nobody uses that word to describe that. Like most people would just say, "Would you like cake? Would you like candy? Would you like?" You know what I mean? Like nobody uses that terminology. And so I don't know. I think I'm just into like being expressive. I'm an expressive person. I express myself in a lot of different ways, artistically and otherwise. And I don't know. That's where the words that's where that comes from.
Confection.
Huh. Hmm.
So, what is it?
I just said it.
Confection.
It's like sweets. Like,
Oh, it means sweets.
well, I mean, it's
Would you
if
like a
we. I mean, we could
confection?
reduce it to that. Yeah. Like it just means like like have you ever heard the term like confectioner's sugar? Like have you ever been in a store and seen like, oh, this is confectioner's sugar? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just I just like to explain things, to be as concise as
Expressive, like you
possible.
said. Yeah.
But I also am very like I'm very oh, what's the word? Look, now see I'm losing the words. I'm very what's the word when you're not certain about yourself, when you're not sure about something, and you internalize that, and then you feel Um, not inferior. I feel like it starts with an I. I can't think of the word.
The
Anyway,
word.
like when you're like when you're not um I can't think of the word. Somebody I just now I'm pissed that I can't think of the word. But it's like when you're not and it's such a simple word. If you're not secure insecure.
Oh God.
I have an insecurity about not knowing words.
I
Right?
do
Like
too.
so like if I'm
Yeah.
if I'm talking to someone and I don't know something, then I feel insecure about it. And so then that's where kind of like my wordiness comes from. But also when I was younger, no bullshit. My mom used to make me and my brother do like spelling bees. Or not bees, but like write words over and over and over again to remember them.
Yeah, that's
And we would
good.
like have to like write definitions from the notebook. My aunt is a teacher, so I was always, she was a proponent of like reading and like even in the summertime I want to say would make us do reports, but I can't. I'm not. That's it's like a super old repressed memory. But I want to say that like she used to make us like do reports, and maybe if she's watching this, she can confirm or deny that. But yeah, I mean that's where that comes from. I just try. I've always been a very. I don't know if the word is perspicacious or not, but I've always been a very uh curious. Oh shit, that's the word. I've always been a curious kid. Inquisitive. That's really probably the better
Inquisitive.
word. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that word too.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I've never heard that. What does that mean?
Inquisitive?
Like curious?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just means like you just
Interested in learning?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I
You've
like
heard
that.
it. You
No,
know
I
what
don't
it
think I
is.
have.
No, you have.
Honestly, unless Matthew said that to me, I don't think I've heard it. Unless you've said it to me.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, that's yeah.
I have to say, I agree with you. I'm definitely insecure with like my vocabulary because it's not as wide as most people, as you know. Like I'm good at expressing stuff. I'm really good at expressing emotions and showing people how I feel. However, like my vocabulary is not as wide as a lot of people, and I wish I would have had to like do that. Now, my parents by no means were not like you don't have to do your homework. They were like get your stuff done,
Sure.
but I wasn't pushed like that.
Sure,
So
sure.
I respect that a lot from your
Yeah,
mom.
I used to read from my dad actually had a medical terminology book or dictionary or
Oh,
whatever. I
that's
don't know what
awesome.
it's called. And he would like, I don't know if he was showing off or what, but he would like make me, not make, but he would like encourage me to read from that in front of people. Like I can remember him saying he could read from the book, and then I would read, and then I would like be reading like acetaminophen, not even knowing what it meant, but just like reading the word and being able to sound it out because a lot of medical jargon is like phonetically,
It's a lot.
yeah,
It's hard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even for adults, but like if you really look at the breakdown of the word, a lot of it is actually not that hard. It's like dinosaur names. I
Yeah,
was really big on
100%.
like Stegosaurus and Brontosaurus and
Yeah.
the Pachyosaurus and like that sort of thing. And so I don't know. I don't know. I've just always been into words. It's just my thing.
And
I
I
think
think
that's
it's
why I rap.
really,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Yeah, you're like Eminem. You got a dictionary in your pocket.
Valentine's Day, as we shoot this, is around the corner.
It really is.
And so I just want to know, like, are you somebody that's into Valentine's Day? Are you somebody that celebrates? I know you have a person. So how do you like how do you feel about it? Like is it just like another day? Do you really get into it?
So I love Valentine's Day only because I am fascinated with love. I think that it's become too focused on gifts and
It's like
candy and story.
commercialized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
way too like commercialized.
Mm-hmm.
Where to me it's like, gosh, I just it's a day dedicated to love, And that isn't that what it is? Or what was it originally?
I don't know. I guess it was that. I know. I mean, I feel like it. I feel like Saint Valentine in my head is a thing. We can Google it, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I think it has something to do with like All Saints Day or All Saints Valentine. I don't know. I could also honestly just be making that up. But I do know that like what it's become is just like a huge, at least in the United States, it's just like a huge commercial um, holiday for people to just push $50 stuffed animals
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
$120 rose bouquets
Yeah. No.
and just it's just become more about the commercialization of it
I
more
agree.
so than anything.
Yeah.
That being said, I subscribe
Yeah.
heavily. I want the things. Like I like the things. Like I
Yeah, you
like
do.
because it's not so much of like okay, I know these things aren't going to last, but like it's to me, it's about the showiness of it all, like the
Hmm.
balloons and the like all of the I'm super extra
No,
anyway,
and that's
just in my
okay.
life.
You're allowed
So
to be.
yeah, so I like it, but I don't. I agree that like the commercialization of it is ridiculous, but also it's a ridiculous holiday anyway. So like I'm cool with the
Yeah.
commercialization of Valentine's Day. I
Hmm.
don't like the commercialization of like Easter, Christmas. Like
Yeah. Hmm.
that is where I'm
They
like,
get put into something else.
like what the because the Easter bunny, like that's
Yeah.
not you know what I mean?
No,
Like
I
the
got
eggs
you.
and stuff. Like as a kid for kids, like for children, like I get it, but also like what does that have to do with Jesus?
Yeah. No, I feel you. I
Nothing.
feel you.
Like what are the eggs? Like what do they
Yeah.
represent? I don't know. Anyway, the point is the commercialization of religious holidays. I'm iffy on Valentine's Day. I could give a shit. Like it's yes, let's
I
do
love
it.
it though. I mean, I do. I'm not so much big on like the balloons and stuff. However, I love flowers. I do love
Me
flowers.
too.
I cherish them when I have
Me
them.
too.
Mhm.
Oh
But they also don't have to be $100 bouquet of roses. Like it could be walking outside and grabbing me a couple wildflowers.
no,
Yes, it's just the
no,
fact that
no,
you even thought
not on
about me.
Valentine's Day. Yes, it's cute, but
But I'm more of like a let's do something together. Like
oh, for
let's
sure.
go decorate our kayaks with rose petals and go to the river. I don't know. I'm weird. Like I like doing something fun and outdoors. I would be okay with going on a hike and setting up a picnic at the top. You know what I mean? Like to me
Hmm.
that's like super romantic. Laying in the bed of your truck, watching the stars and smoking a blunt. I don't know. Like
So that is also very like regional because like I grew up in a city, so there is no kayaking and hiking. You know
the
what I mean?
rooftop. Oh, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
different. So it's regional. So you grew up out west, right? Like you grew up in Arizona.
Here, quite literally,
Exactly.
yes.
Yes. I'm obviously from the East Coast. I'm from Pittsburgh, so
Different.
it's very different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We weren't kayaking. Also, I'm grew up in what some would call urban. I just call them the hood, or like areas that are just not predominantly white or other, right? And so we kayaking was not really a thing. So I didn't grow up with that um, imagery. So I have a different like the things that I did grow up with, like were like gifts and like this is a holiday, so now you get a basket or here's a gift
Hmm.
basket or here's
Yeah,
a like
yeah.
stuff like that. So, but as an adult and like seeing the world now, it's like yeah, I guess that would be cool to. I don't know about kayaking, but like I guess it would be cool to like lay in a truck bed, smoke a L, put rose petals somewhere, do something yeah, do
Cheese and like
something
a little
nasty.
torch. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
nasty.
You burn your own little cheese and put it on a cracker. Some fig
Oh,
jam.
that actually does. Well, see,
It's the right cheese. You have to have brie.
it's it's the right cheese. It's the white cheese is what it is. No, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's different.
It's
It's
different.
different,
I'm just
but
like a
it's
let's do
also
something.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It
No,
doesn't
I'm
even
with
have
that.
to be like
See,
I
I'm
don't know.
more into. It's funny. We're like you're not 100% country, and I'm not 100% city. Although I am
Mhm.
very city,
Mhm.
but you are more country in your expression for sure. And I am
Definitely.
much more like fur coats, like that, like it's very much that. But also I have the fashion background, so that I tend to be
This too.
more, material
Yeah.
type,
I'm pretty like minimal. I will go without a bra if I could, honestly. If it was like acceptable to go everywhere without one, I would.
Is
Like
it acceptable? You
I
think?
feel like people get
Like
offended
what?
when you have
Wasn't there like a whole like
free the boobs
yeah
movement.
movement? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What happened with
I
that?
didn't even. I was too young to really like pay attention, but I remember all the bracelets and
Were
everything.
people like burning their
I
bras?
feel like
We'd
I
have to
don't
ask like
know. We should find
maybe
out.
I
We
should
should do
ask my
some research
mom or
on that.
something.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. However, I can't stand bras. I don't know how I got on that subject, but country free. I'm a free spirit, definitely like a hippie cowgirl. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
like also street smart.
Mm.
I mean, by no means am I like
No, street smart is a good.
okay,
That's a good way
yeah,
to cap that. It's good.
good.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
good.
it.
The world is crazy. We live in a crazy world right
Yeah,
now.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah.
It's pretty wild. people are aggressive, or
Yeah,
they're just
people
not there.
people are aggressive. Yeah. All right. So, what do we think are like? Let's talk about like moving forward, right? Like, I feel like this has been a very successful episode in terms of introducing ourselves, introducing our brand, right? Like, just getting to know the audience. Well, actually, letting the audience get to know us. We don't know y'all, but we
Yeah,
can know you in the comments.
I would love to know you.
Yeah. So where are we going with this? Like, what do you want to see? Where do you want to go?
I want to see. I want to see everything. I want to. I'm really hoping this opens some pretty big windows for us and
Mm,
opportunities, and maybe we go somewhere, or
like shoot like on location somewhere.
yeah, like, hey, we're doing an event here. Come set up
Mm,
a
mm-hmm,
spot and like interview
mm-hmm,
people. Like, they want to be heard, or
mm-hmm,
hey, this restaurant just opened up. How do you guys feel about doing something funny? Like,
mm-hmm,
who knows? Who knows, right? Because I feel
mm-hmm.
like going forward, we're going to talk about a lot of different things, where like we both bring our own touch and
We do, and also
ideas.
it's very culturally like diverse, right? Like we come from different backgrounds,
Very.
white, black, male, female. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
have perspectives that everybody does in their in the what I think the beauty of this is, and like I'm gonna answer the first question first. Where I would like it to go. Where I would like it to go is the moon. Like let's
I
just
love it.
go. You know what I
Such a
mean? Like
good
let's just see
sign.
what we could do with it and take it as far as we want to take it. I'm down for like on location shooting. I'm down for interviewing cool people. I definitely think that the majority of the reason that we're doing this is because we are both inquisitive, because we are both curious humans, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so we're not the only ones. Everybody's curious about something. Everybody has a question about something. And if you can learn something every single day, then that means you're still alive,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And so none of us are perfect. And yeah, I just want to see us go as far as we can with it. I just, it's a chill, cozy environment. And
Welcoming,
yeah,
safe,
it's welcoming, safe. Yes,
no
those are good
judgment.
things. And I forgot what else I was going to talk about. So we don't wait. Look, I'm like, come back to me, come back to me. Nope, it's gone. But it's okay.
Question for me?
No, I think I
No.
was going to touch on like I don't know. I can't remember.
Hmm.
It's fine.
We can always cut here. I'm just kidding.
Cut, rewatch it, come back, and be
Or
like,
like
oh, so like I was
take a break.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, it's so fun though.
No, no.
Um,
Well,
cool beans. That's cool. You
congratulations on
too.
a successful
Wow.
first
I love
episode.
this. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and
Should we like
so
make up like a little dance for after?
we should not because I'm not good at choreography.
Oh, I could teach you.
No, I'm not. I'm the worst dancer on the planet.
We could do like
I
fitness
cannot
days.
dance.
Yeah, and we could
No.
like Sean T, like we can and use those moves in the club. That's what he says in his music videos.
Yeah, I know what he says. Shanti is insane, is what he is. Nobody's
My
dancing like that.
Selena and I, back when I first started my fitness journey, we used to do Sean T up in the living room, and he
Remember
would.
Insanity?
No,
That
I
wasn't
never
it.
did Insanity.
Oh,
I did like his hip hop videos.
hip hop abs.
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mm.
But he'd be like, you could take this move into the club. We were like, okay.
He was cool. He was also a little bit corny, a little bit, but I like him. I like he's cool. He's a nice friend. What? Do I have something?
Like right here.
What? Get it?
I don't know what,
What
it
is
is.
it?
I don't know.
It's probably just my.
It's fuzzy from your sweater.
Oh, yeah. That's so fun. I love when you're like, little cocaine. No, I do not do cocaine, and we are not proponents of cocaine.
By any means.
No, silly little joke.
Take it as a joke.
Yeah, it is because
Come
that's what
on.
it was. Anyway, cool.
You're
Thanks
too
for
pretty to
watching.
look like you could.
Am I?
You're way too pretty to be a cokehead.
Stop it. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like,